What's up, OPB gang? It's D-Rock here, and I am back with another guest review for Organic Priced Books. Today we're going to take a look at 8 Billion Genies Deluxe Edition Volume 1 by Charles Soule and Ryan Browne. It has a 246 page count and a $39.99 cover price. What would you wish for if you had a genie? Here we have the 8 Billion Genies Deluxe Edition Volume 1. I love the sparkle and the shine on this hardcover here. The spine looks amazing. Image Comics really knocks it out of the park with their hardcovers, in my opinion. I can't say enough like how much I love their books. The construction is great. The binding is always good. The page quality is always on point. And they just make really solid hardcovers, man. That's enough about talking about Image Comics and their hardcovers. Let's talk about some 8 Billion Genies. So this is an 8-issue series from Ryan Browne doing the artwork throughout this book here, and then you have Charles Soule as the writer on this. Both of them equally coming up with the concept for 8 Billion Genies. They had thrown around some ideas about kind of impossible stories to tell years ago, around 2015 or so. They actually have a secret history of the 8 Billion Genies in the back of this hardcover here, a little bit about the history of how this came about, but they were throwing ideas around about impossible stories, and they kind of came up with this concept of the 8 Billion Genies. What if everybody on Earth was given a genie? Years later, it finally came to fruition with Image Comics, and man, I'm an absolute fan of this story. I think it is really, really heartfelt, shocking. There's some dark moments throughout this, and it really delves into humanity and the choices that we make. What would you do if you were given a genie? Would you use your genie for good, or would you use it for evil? Would you be selfish with your wish, or would you use your wish from this genie to benefit humanity? These are some of the choices that these characters throughout this series are making, and some of them are making some very outrageous wishes throughout this story as well. And Ryan Browne really creates this amazing world here in 8 Billion Genies. There's superheroes, there's monsters, there's car-crushing dinosaur robots. There's all sorts of just magical things throughout the pages. It's very lighthearted, but it's also very dark at times, and it's a really enjoyable read. So getting into the story of 8 Billion Genies, everywhere at precisely the same moment, everyone on Earth gets a genie in one wish. As people all over the planet make wishes profane and profound, the world and humanity changes forever. In this story, we follow 8 characters who find themselves in a Detroit dive bar as G-Day descends upon humanity. They navigate their hopes, fears, dreams, and wishes over the first 8 seconds, the first 8 hours, and ultimately the next 8 centuries. The title 8 Billion Genies refers to the number of genies that mysteriously appear simultaneously. Everyone's personal genie granting each person one wish at exactly the same moment. Now it's up to these individuals to choose if they want to use this wish now or save it for a later time when, you can kind of think about what choices you want to make with this wish, because it's a very important thing. The comic book's main protagonists are a group of people who are trying to survive this G-pocalypse or genie-pocalypse while being stuck at this Lampwick Bar and Grill in Michigan. Now, the bartender of this bar actually makes a very important wish that really affects its characters throughout this story, and there's a little twist to that comes later in the story, but I'm not going to give any spoilers to this. So each issue of 8 Billion Genies is kind of structured around a different period of time in this genie-pocalypse. The first issue will cover the first 8 seconds and the first 8 minutes, the second issue contains the first 8 hours, and the third issue the first 8 days. Then the 8th issue actually jumps quite ahead and contains the first 8 centuries of all of this going on. So it covers a wide span of time throughout this, and there's a lot of mystery and great twists and turns throughout this story as well. Really fantastic artwork throughout this, with plenty of Easter eggs if you look closely. And in June of 2022, it was announced that Amazon Studios had purchased the film and television rights to 8 Billion Genies, with Soule and Browne serving as executive producers, so it'll be awesome to check that out eventually if it does come to fruition. In the back of this hardcover, you're going to get a wide variety of variant covers collected in this book, along with some interviews reviews and a history of the 8 Billion Genies and how it came about. Now, if your wish was to have this book in your collection, I get all my books from organicpricebooks.com. It's the best place to get your omnibus and other collected editions. Super fast shipping, bulletproof packaging, and amazing customer service. Use promo code DROCK to get $2 off your purchase at organicpricebooks.com, and now use code DROCK, ship it together to get 5% off a purchase of 3 or more books. Link is down in the description. Let me know what you think about 8 Billion Genies down in the comments, and as always, thank you for watching.